Today I'm gonna take a photo walk with the Ricoh GRIII camera. It's a really nice camera. I see those yellow things there. Let's see if I can make something with them against the blue sky maybe. Yeah, something like this might work. Now I think I'm gonna go around the corner after all and somehow take advantage of the backlight that's kind of peeking around the edge of the yellow thing. Let's see what I can make with that. Oh yes, this looks so much better, and it's easier to compose also because the screen is one of the weaknesses of this camera, because in bright daylight it's kind of dim and it can be difficult to compose through the screen. And I apologize for the noise coming from the construction site behind me. I hope you can still hear what I'm trying to say. And now let's compose the picture. I just have to get the sun to come around the corner of the edge of the structure just a little bit, like turn the camera on first, and like so. Looks somehow interesting. I really need to move away from this construction site because the noise is just too much, but there is this light and shadow pattern behind me, and I think that might work in black and white, so I'm gonna just try that, and then I'll move somewhere else where it's not that much background noise. Let's see if that works. Right, I think this might just work. I'll take a few different versions and then I'll show you the best one. I think I'm going to align the lower shadow parallel to the lower edge of my frame. I think that might just do it. Let's see. Here's a nice little triangle. Let's grab that and get away from this terrible noise. Okay, this could be another backlight composition. Nothing really spectacular, but I'm gonna try to capture it anyway, because I can. I'm trying to compose the traffic sign so that it's right in the middle of the V shape of the buildings, and so that the sun is just about to peek around the edge of the traffic sign. It's really difficult to align everything in one shot or at the same time, because all I can do is change my camera position. I can't move the sun or the buildings or the traffic sign. Maybe I could move the traffic sign, but I don't want to do that. This camera is very much a street photographer's camera, but because street photography is so unpredictable and it can take a lot of time to find the pictures, good pictures, and I'm filming a video at the same time, I'm just going to concentrate on these details and light and shadow and abstract shapes today. Hey, this can be a street photo right away, right there. Yes. Okay, perhaps not the most exciting and the most awesome street photo, but a street photo anyway. Let's continue. I generally don't like using my camera with one hand, but sometimes it's a good option, and it's good to have a light and small compact camera like this that can be used with one hand if necessary in some situation. I did not buy this camera. This camera is on loan from Focus Nordic Finland. They are the official Pentax Ricoh importer here in Finland, and I'd like to say big thanks to them for letting me borrow this camera for this photo walk. I have used both the GR and GR2 before, never owned either one, but I have used them a lot and I liked both of them a lot. And this GRIII, this is a completely new design. There's a new lens, new sensor, and there's even IBIS in this tiny camera body, which is really impressive. And this is a fantastic camera, and this video is not going to be a review of this camera, more like a photo walk user experience. And I think now it's time to find one more picture, at least one more. Oh yes, and I forgot to say that this is of course not a new camera. This came out already in 2018, but it's new to me. This is the first time ever I'm using this Mark III model. A tilt screen would be nice for some situations, but I guess it can be forgiven because of the extremely compact size of this camera. This is such a lovely camera, especially on a photo walk. But I guess this would be a really nice travel camera too, and also kind of go everywhere camera. And I really do like this camera. I have found out a couple of downsides during this photo walk, and one of the downsides is the screen that is kind of dim in a bright light like this. You can turn up the brightness, but then you're gonna eat up the battery even faster, and that's another downside that I have noticed. The battery life is not that great, and it's kind of understandable because the battery is not big, because the camera is not that big. But anyway, the battery life is not that great. Some people also complain about the autofocus of this camera, but so far I haven't had any major problems with that. And if you'd like me to do a full kind of sort of review of this camera, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll make a proper review of this camera. Now I'm gonna grab a few more pictures and then I'll head back home. It's such a pretty day today. I really wouldn't complain about that tilt screen. However, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. The lens is incredibly sharp and the image quality overall is really awesome. So even though this camera is tiny, the image quality is really big. I think I found a better angle with these yellow lines. There's that yellow whatever cage or whatever there in the background. What if I wait with my camera until somebody walks into that yellow frame back there? Let's see if I get lucky. Okay, waiting, nothing happens. The touch screen, by the way, is really responsive if I want to select the focus point. Hey, now somebody is coming now. All right. Yes. All right, that's it. I'm gonna call it a day because I have some other things to take care of today, which is kind of pity because the day is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining in for this little photo walk with me and the Ricoh GRIII. I'll see you again in the next one.